Berry Burton with Berry Fitness. And we're also recording today in the press, so you'll see that in the background. This is Berry's home. This is where he does all of his training. So I'm excited to bring that to you today. So we're gonna just dive right in, Berry. Real quick, so tell me, are you native to East Texas?
I am. I grew up in Bullard, lived here all my life. I went to Bullard High School, graduated in 2015, went to UT Tyler, went to four-year degree there, and been here ever since.
Cool. So growing up in East Texas, you know a lot of the cool hot spots in town.
Absolutely. You know, Tyler has grown up so much since I was in high school. One of the things that we did was just go bowling and roller skating and stuff like that. You know, and now we have Grand Slam Square, and it's just way more than we ever had. And one thing we'll talk about is how Tyler's grown up for sure. But the culture's definitely shifted as well.
Yeah. So the great thing about East Texas is this place is literally built on small businesses, just like you. And so I wanted to just ask real quick, what do you do? When you meet someone, what do you tell them?
I tell them I'm a personal trainer. I make people healthy, simple and short. I love what I do, and you know, it's something I'm blessed to do every day.
So personal training is like super important, especially when you talked about culture earlier.
Yeah.
People want to be healthy, especially right now. We see this just influx of everyone getting sick. People need health, so I'm super excited for you. How did you choose personal training as like your business? Like, what made that happen? What's that story?
Yeah, so when I graduated high school, I actually wanted to be an architect. I had plans to go play baseball on a scholarship at A&M, and they just didn't work out. I injured myself doing too much, not knowing enough about my body, and for a while there I kind of bounced back and forth on what I want to do, but I knew that I wanted to work in injury prevention. After some playing around with where to go and which degree to get, I decided to settle on kinesiology. Went to UT Tyler. Like I said, I got a four-year degree in kinesiology. Is one of the things where we do a internship at the very end of our degree. And I knew some coaches. I also knew some personal trainers in Tyler. Daniel Treat is one of my good friends, and you know, I reached out to him and I said, hey, would you be okay with me shadowing you for the internship? And of course he said, cool. So I started doing that. I started going to Wood Creek over there and just kind of shadowing at first, and then I started training people. He just told me to walk up to people and start training them. Of course, I didn't know much about personal training. I just knew I wanted to help people get healthy, and I knew what kind of direction, but I wasn't sure if this was what I wanted to do. Fast forward maybe a year later, I graduated from UT Tyler, and my good friend Daniel Treat also had a friend named Johnny Barrera, and he gave me my first start as a trainer. I started at Be Fit. I trained at Be Fit Tyler for 2 years, and that's where I really fell in love with personal training. I worked with a variety of clients, and some were guys that wanted to get as big as possible, and some were people that just wanted to be healthy, wanted a better overall quality of life, and that's really where I fell in love with what I do. I had an experience about 2 years into my personal training. And of course, I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist, so I didn't really get to use that as much, but they really focused on rehab, and it's a field that I've always been intrigued with, but I never really practiced with. So I had a lady come up to me, and she had already been with a trainer before with no luck. She could hardly walk. Her knee was surgically worked on, and when she was in college, and it just didn't heal right. Her vastus medialis, if you know anything about anatomy, healed properly, or improperly I should say, and she never got it worked on. She didn't rehab it properly, and so she came to me frustrated. She couldn't even walk up the stairs, which is a huge thing because she was a teacher and she needed to walk up the stairs at her job. And I told her, I said, hey, you know, I know about the human body, and I'm gonna give it my best shot to rehab your knee, and you know, we'll see where we're at. And fast forward 6 months later, she could do everything normally. She even walked like a marathon, you know, which is insane. And I remember her texting me and said, look at this and oh my gosh, it was like 25 miles. And, you know, for somebody who had to hobble, you know, everywhere she went to now she was speed running up the stairs, and just something that like that, just changing her life made a huge impact on me. And, I fell in love with that. So really, I always looked at what trainers call trouble clients. You know, people who aren't straightforward weight loss. You know, somebody who has rotator cuff injuries and knee injuries and hip injuries. And I started studying the body a little bit more, figuring out how to rehab. And of course, I have experience with that on my own self, so I was able to apply that knowledge as well. But from then, I've been able to help, man, so many people just change their lives for good. And yeah, it's just something I don't think I'm ever going to lose, and that's really where my trajectory went as far as personal training.
That's awesome. So that story is like super remarkable. She was in a lot of pain, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hobbled around, has kids all around her all the time, slow moving, and she's like, "Can you help?" So she'd been with another trainer, and then you came along, and you were just looking at a different aspect of her situation.
Absolutely. I brought a different perspective, you know, because like I said, I'm certified strength and conditioning specialist. So my studying of the human body is very extensive. It's not just gross anatomy, which a lot of trainers just have gross anatomy experience. You know, the NASM certifications and stuff like that, they kind of dive in on how the body works biomechanically, but it doesn't really go in depth. And of course, I took biomechanics as a student at UT, and learning how the body works in relation with each other, I was able to rehab her knee by strengthening other parts of the knee and working on any mobility issues that she had. And of course, she had ankle mobility issues and hip mobility issues, and I was able to kind of pick apart her body one by one and strengthening what I needed to strengthen. And eventually everything else got so strong. And it's not that her medialis tendon got stronger, it's that everything else around it got stronger. And of course, you know, I always use the analogy, if you can have the world's strongest bridge, but if you don't have the support cables up, it's gonna fall eventually. And that's really what I worked on, was the support cables.
So people so that's like your specialty.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
So working on folks or working with folks, I guess I should say, who have injury or just things that they feel like they can't get over.
Right. And of course, that's not the only clients I look to attract, but it's one of those things that I take pride in, changing people's lives for good. It's just so much more rewarding. Now, obviously, I've had people lose 60 pounds, and that's a huge life transformation in itself. But as far as functionality goes, I'm a huge believer that we only get one life, and we need to be able to use it the best we can. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that. So, as a trainer, what would you say, like, I heard some skills that you have that are really fantastic and some kind of niche things that you do that are different from trainers, but what, for just that average person who maybe doesn't have an injury, but they do want to be healthier, they want to be more fit, what sets you apart from other trainers in the industry?
So not only does my knowledge set me apart, so I'm not just some meathead who's worked out for 12 years, you know, there's a lot of guys in the industry who are bigger than me, and I'm okay with that because I'm probably smarter than them. You know, and it is what it is. But I approach it, and to play on that, I approach it in a very real way. I talk to people like they're real people. I don't talk to them like they are numbers on a stat sheet. I don't talk to them like they're dollar signs coming in. I look at them and I relate to them, and I understand that nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect in my diet, in my exercise, in my mindset. But I have ability to relate to people, and not only that, but I preach empowerment, which is something I've mentioned before. And I love the fact that somebody might not need me down the road. I love the fact that I can transform somebody's life, and then in the process teach them how to keep that going. And empowerment is just like teaching somebody. It's like teach a man to fish versus give a man a fish. You know, that old saying. So yeah, I'd say that sets me apart.
Awesome. So one thing I'll make a personal plug here for Berry is I was one of those people that were injured, and probably still am. But I had a pretty major surgery, and some things were shifted in my body, and I was looking for someone who could help me feel good. I wasn't really looking for weight loss per se, but I just wanted to work out, because I have done that my whole life, and I hit 40 this last August, and so like I heard rumors that like once you hit 40, like things just all like just drop to the, like you just can't get it back. So I'm like, man, like this is urgent for me. Well, I found Berry actually. He's not only a good friend, a great personal trainer, but also we do life together at church. And so I found him at church one day while he was alone. I'm like, hey, if I send you like my situation, could you help me? And he's like, yeah, sure. Well, I don't think he knew how complex it was gonna be and how like super pessimistic I was about it. But I sent it, he did tons of research for me and then came up with a plan. And so like now I'm just freed from that like lie of I can't work out. And so personal testimony here, it's awesome, I love it. And the workouts are here at the press. And so that gives, we'll give you a tour of this place soon, but this is like, it's a comfortable place to work out. It's a safe place. I think sometimes for me, I get really like intimidated by the gym because people know how to work out, and I just know how to use the elliptical. So it can be super intimidating. This place isn't intimidating, so I love it.
Yeah. And to piggyback on that, a lot of people go into a gym, they sign up for a gym membership, especially January 1, you know, everybody has a New Year's resolution, but then they walk in and be like, okay, I don't know what to do. And that makes my job more important. And just to piggyback on empowerment, even if you want to come in here and say, hey, can I just do a session with you to learn how to work on this or learn how to use this, then absolutely you can. Matter of fact, I always say the first session's free, just so you can see if working out is going to be what's for you, you know, because not everybody enjoys lifting weights, not everybody enjoys doing circuit training, not everybody enjoys doing CrossFit stuff. You have to figure out what's good for you, and I also have to figure out what is good for you is from a professional standpoint. And to your point on the elliptical, that is something I see a lot. People sign up for a gym membership, have an entire gym at their disposal, and only use cardio. And don't get me wrong, cardio is good for your heart and everything else like that, but in order to have a great quality of life, you need to be able to use machines and need to be able to use weights, and that's where I come in.
Yeah, so you can use your body. Because really that's my, I couldn't pick up things, so now I can.
Yeah, and I love your testimony as well. You know, it's just going from that research of, if I don't know, I will find out.
Yeah.
If I don't know myself, I will ask, I will search it up, I will, you know, I have many physical therapists that probably get annoyed sometimes. They'll be like, hey, I have this patient, I have this client, and can you just kind of give me a little bit more knowledge on it? And, you know, again, they might get a little annoyed, but I know it's all love. So.
Yeah, for sure. And resourcefulness is a good thing. So tell me, how does someone find you? How do they get in contact with you if they're interested in starting this new workout, the healthier life journey?
Yeah, so most of my clients have come to me via word of mouth. I'm not a huge social media fan, so it's something I believe in. If you treat people well, word's going to spread about you. Just like today's interview, you know, had you not worked out with me, had you not had such success already, now I think we can make tons more success, but had you not already made that success, you probably wouldn't be doing this interview. So I'm kind of blessed to be in that situation. But as far as social media, you can find me, Berry Scott Fitness. You can also find my personal page, Berry Burton. I don't have an Instagram. Like I said, I'm not a huge social media guy. Also, if you send me an email through the press, or my contact information's on Berry Scott Fitness on Facebook, I respond pretty quick. And I'm always available, unless you text me at midnight, then probably not. But.
That's my motto too, don't text me after 9
Yeah.
p.m. But that's just being 40 and being really old, though. My
Yeah.
husband tells me that. That's not a thing.
Yeah. Every 10 years, my bedtime gets shorter and shorter. So right now it's 11:30. So.
Yeah, well, that's good. Okay, so anything from being a part of East Texas, maybe you can share like one favorite, maybe secret place that you go or that you love, that you want to share as people are moving to East Texas, that they can,
Right.
from someone who's grown up here, that a little treasure that they could find here in
So I'm not sure about treasures, especially secrets that I want to share. But one thing I really love is the diversity of food that we have now. Like I said, growing up, we didn't have many options. It was fast food chain restaurants, but now you see a lot of mom and pop shops coming up. I'm a foodie. I may not look like it, but I promise you, on the weekends, I'm looking for the next best thing, like who's got the best this, who's got the best that. And I'm always looking to see who's local, to see who's trying to start their business. One thing I absolutely love is going on Facebook. That's another thing, is Facebook groups for Tyler's recommendations and stuff. And I love going on there and seeing people's raves, or seeing people's recommendations, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna try that, add it to the list. And I suggest people do that, explore. Don't get in a comfortable position of like, always go to this, always go to that. And especially with a town like Tyler growing up now, sometimes I think it's growing up too much. We're trying to be too much like Dallas. But yeah, I absolutely love it. And of course you have Lindale, Longview, there's plenty of places. I just discovered a barbecue place in Lindale called Brisket Love. Actually probably the best burger I've ever had, and I can't wait to try it again. So.
Well, we'll have to try that. We like burgers and
Absolutely.
stuff like that. So, well, thank you for that. I totally appreciate your time. I'm so looking forward to giving everyone a tour of the press so they can see what this place is about.
Absolutely.
And anything else you want to share before we pop off?
No, it's just we're actually looking to expand. I mean, if you want to mention that, we're looking to expand in January. Now we do have a nice facility, but I really want to start doing a boot camp. So to build hype around that, it's going to be a Camp Gladiator style boot camp, half indoors, half outdoors. We have about 2,100 square footage that we're going to add on to this building right through those doors. Can't do a tour today because it's under construction, but it's going to be available soon. And of course, I myself is going to be the instructor. As far as anything else that we're offering, I can't say right now, but we are looking to build.
Awesome. That sounds great. And we will make sure in the description to tag Barry's Facebook page so you can find him easily, and also the press. Appreciate you guys so much. Looking forward to the next podcast. See you later.
How's it going? Come on in. So this is the press. The press has actually been here at the Tyler Morning Telegraph. It was their personal gym. When we bought it out, Atlas Credit bought it out, then we turned it into a public gym. It was about the time that COVID first hit. So it was really kind of dead in here, but it was perfect for me. Over here we have the standard equipment, treadmills, elliptical, everything is maintenance on once a month. We always keep it running. Punching bags is one of my favorites. We actually have a row timer, I'll show you in a second, that you can set up to do intervals on here. We had a nice Peloton. Now people love the Peloton because we can do group rides. It's actually cooked up. All you have to do is create an account, and it's completely free. You can do instructor classes. You can sign into your own account from home if you care to. But yeah, a lot of people love this bike. This is one of my favorite. The Assault bike is good for HIIT cardio, and honestly, you can't last long on there. It kicks your butt. It kicks my butt. We have rowers. Like I said in the previous podcast, we are going to expand, and that means adding more equipment. Right now, we have a fully stocked vending machine, so if you ever need snacks and you forget yours at home, we have caffeine, we have protein bars, we have protein snacks, protein chips, and stuff like that. Gatorade, water, everything healthy and maybe unhealthy. I haven't looked at it, but it's fully stocked. We have a men's shower. We have a women's shower, and we have a men's restroom. Now up here we have a TV that you can log into Spotify or Apple Music. Right now it's on Spotify, but you can listen to music ad-free while you work out if you forget your headphones at home. All we ask is that you don't blare the music too loud. We have volume warnings, but other than that, you are free to listen to anything that you want. This is a 24/7 gym, so that's especially helpful if you're in here at like midnight working out for whatever reason and you just want to go crazy. All right. We have the standard cable machines. You can see somebody using it. we maintenance these once a month at least. Everything in here. We actually have a full-time cleaning staff that comes in here every day. They come in here every day around 10. They mop the floors, they dust, they sweep, and they also clean the bathroom, so you never have to worry about a messy bathroom. Everything here is top quality. Over there we have a Concept 2 rower. It's an upright rower, so if you have knee issues or any type of ailments in the leg and you just only can use your arms, I use that all the time. It is perfect for that. We have weights going up to 85, but we will be increasing that to 100 pounds pretty soon. 85 is what I need mostly for my clients. Now, we do have a few serious lifters, but hey, you can make anything work. You know, I've had people walk in this gym and say, oh, this is not, you know, a gym for me. And it's like, okay, come train with me. I'll show you how to use the stuff, right? We have smaller dumbbell sets. We have 3 benches. This one, as you can see, also sets up a decline. You can do abs on there. You can do decline press, anything you want. We have tons of cables, attachments, the standard stuff. We're gonna go over here. We have a Smith machine, top of the line. Like I said, hammer strength. Everything's maintenance. Everything's pretty much new. And like, this is a low traffic gym. It is very COVID friendly. Like I said, we keep everything clean. We have actually an air purifier at the top that runs constantly. So this gym is just one of the cleanest in Thailand, honestly. Hamstring machine. We have leg equipment. Now, like I said, I'm going to be expanding this leg equipment some more in the future, but right now this will work perfectly. If you don't know how to make it work, just ask me again. Weights, we have the road bumper weights, like I said, top of the line road bumper weights. Benches, we have a squat rack right here. We have suspension cables up here for bodyweight workouts. I know people love bodyweight workouts whenever they're too shy to actually use dumbbells or something like that. So even if you come in here and do cardio and bodyweight stuff, the gym is your home. Over here in our closet, we have a utility closet, and you can't see everything from the angle, but we have kettlebells up to 90 pounds. We have medicine balls. We have the hard medicine balls that you can do abs with. We also have the soft ones down there that you can slam. We have a hex bar. Pretty much anything that you could need, we have. And we can, like I said, we're always expanding. I love using bands as a part of our workouts as well. And honestly, everything that you think you need for your fitness journey can be found here. If you want to look into deeper, like for our memberships, we actually don't have staff. I am the manager of the gym. But if you want to reach out to us, you can go to thepress.com. No contracts, no enrollment fees. If you want to cancel, you don't have to show up in person. You just send us an email and you finish out that month. It's pretty straightforward. You can also find us on Facebook at thepress.com, or just the press, I think, Press Tyler. You can also find my Facebook, Berry Scott.
Hey y'all, it's Melissa. So I'm here with Jerry. We are gonna update you on everything cool that's happening here in East Texas. So I'll start.
Go ahead.
So this Wednesday at 6 p.m., First Baptist Church in White House is having a community bonfire. So this is something that's kind of attractive to me as the parent. I would love to take my kids there and just kick off fall. So that's something to put in your calendar.
This Friday, November 5th through the 7th, under the Christmas tree craft sale. Getting your Christmas in early, even though it's not Thanksgiving yet.
Yeah. Christmas is everywhere. This Saturday, November 6th, and also November 26th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the free annual Santa Pictures event will be happening in East Texas Rustics in White House. That's a pretty cool event.
Mm-hmm. And you don't want to miss this. Saturday at 7 p.m. for King and Country will be playing at the Oil Palace. They always put on a great show.
Very good, yeah. So definitely go to oilpalace.com, get your tickets. Okay, this is a cool one for you ladies. This Thursday at 6 p.m., Mainstream Boutique, which is just celebrated their 1-year anniversary, in Tyler, will have a live shopping event. So you can shop from your couch, you can close everyone off in the back of the house, and just go shopping.
This Saturday noon, the Girls Getaway Day, Sip and Shop Wine Tour, hosted by Sip and Shop Texas. You have to book your though for sipandshoptexas.com. That'll be a fun girls' day out. Just get away from the kids, leave the kids home with the guys, watching football, and y'all can go out.
Yeah, I thought that might be an invitation for me to do that, I think. This Thursday at 6 p.m., it's Pints and Pups at East Texas Brewing Company. This is a big hit for you dog moms and dads. A great environment and super fun, so head out there.
This Thursday at noon, the square downtown is Tunes at Noon with some local artists. You don't want to miss that. Might find a new artist that you like and be local and support them.
Yeah, I love live music. That's fun. This Saturday at 6, it's Parents Night Out. Again, I'm getting lucky here. Hosted by Urban Air Adventure Park. So you basically sign your kids up at Urban Air. You can go to their website and do that, and then you and your spouse or you and your friends can go out and grab dinner and a drink or a movie and just let the kids get worn out.
Saturday at 8 at Rose City Farmers Market is downtown, 8 a.m., not p.m.
In Tyler, yeah, that's a cool spot. Sunday brunch with one of my favorites, Dustin Becker, will be live at Lago del Pino. Starts at noon on Sunday.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
The 16th annual calf roping is November 5th, 6th, and 7th, hosted by Cross Brand Church. That's a little bit north of Tyler on 14, but get out and have fun.
I think that would be cool for kids too.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're new to Tyler, nothing like seeing some people rip some calves. Friday, or every Friday, join Flyer Athletics in Tyler for preschool play group. Open play is every Friday at 10 a.m. So if you are a preschool parent and you need a little bit of parent social activity, this is a great place to pop in.
Another great place will be Sunday at 2 p.m. All Saints is having a petting zoo.
Yeah.
All Saints is on the loop, and they're going to be fun for all the kids.
Yeah, definitely All Saints never disappoints on their events. This Wednesday at 7 p.m., there's trivia at East Texas Brewing in Tyler. That's a fun thing to do as couples or friend groups to go out and do something different.
Or to meet new friends.
For sure.
Friday, November 5th or Saturday the 6th, join the Cocoa Bean for BYOB weekends at Cocoa Bean.
Yeah, so this isn't a place that I've heard a ton about, but I saw their event and I thought, what a great thing to try. Like, I know we would love to do something new in Tyler, so check it out. And then lastly, this Saturday at Yesterland Farm, it is fall at Yesterland all weekend. So get your tickets at yesterlandfarm.com. And if you haven't been, it's down 20, headed towards Dallas, on the right. Huge venue for kids and families to go enjoy some fall fun.
Well, we also want to say thank you again to Berry, family friend and Melissa's trainer.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank the press for letting us use their facility and doing a tour. And if you're a small business and want the publicity to get your name out there, and this is the perfect time to let us know, reach us out at Evergreen Media Groups at Facebook.
Yeah. You can also email us at evergreenmediagroups.com. And if you just want to text, you can text 903-707-4881 and say you're interested in getting on the podcast. Everything that we covered today will be in the description down below this video. And we just love East Texas. Have a great week.
Bye.